It's time. The finalists for this year's Toy Hall of Fame have been announced. Nominees are in.
Well.
They do it every year at this time, and then they actually induct 3 toys into the Hall of Fame every year in mid-November. This year, they will do that on November 10th.
I don't always agree with the methodology, but I do like the fact that they only induct a small number.
I do too. It's good. And they have 10 nominees every year, and they do again this year. And Chris Demm always said, and he was right earlier when you said, a lot of times they will nominate something like the cardboard box, which is in. It's in the Hall of Fame. You know, something that
Wasn't like dirt in one year or sand.
dirt. Okay.
Yes.
Last year, and that was it. Last year, here were the 3 that made it last year. They are actually in the Hall of Fame. American Girl Dolls, Risk, the board game, and Sand. Sand that you play with in a box or on the beach.
Yeah.
Not a real toy.
No.
Okay. This year, as I look at the 10 nominees, I think one you could make a case for, but it's not like Sand. It is actually something you can buy or make yourself. So that's where we are. Now, last year we have 2 things that were nominated that didn't make the cut. The rest are new.
They get carried over?
They got 2 of them got carried over, and one of them is the thing that I think is it's not quite a toy.
Is it one of those things, I'm not sure of the rules, but if a toy is nominated X number of times, is it then removed from the list?
I'm not positive of that either, but several that were nominated last year are not nominated this year, and they missed their chance. May come back next year. Who knows? There are 12, that are nominated, and 3 will be inducted on November 10th. So
Do we need some scratch paper for this?
yeah, you better. Let's see what you think. And I'll tell you something else. Maybe I'm getting too old now. A couple of them, I don't know what they are.
Okay.
You know, and Biggie will probably know. Toys or games that are nominated. And I know you've been waiting for this all year, Biggie.
I love this.
This is your favorite day.
I love this.
That's right. Here we go. The nominees, the finalists this year for the...
Please hold your applause until all the nominees have been read.
All right.
Bingo. Please. The game, bingo. The game. Could you spell that, please?
NGO?
NGO. Bingo was his name-o.
Oh.
Bingo. Chris Demm knows bingo very, very well.
He will never get my vote.
He'll never get his vote because of the cigarette smoke that hung heavy in the air as he ran cards to and
The
from
St.
tables.
Bridges Cafeteria.
Correct. That's right. Bingo. Pretty good game. And it is... You talk about played all over the place. I mean, everybody knows what bingo is.
Yeah, but you got to have multiple people to play. You can't do it with just 2 or 3.
You're right.
You've got to have a room.
We used to play we had bingo at home.
One can't play. One can play with sand.
Two can't play bingo.
Not
Who
really.
can't play?
No, we used to play. We would get like 4 or 5 of us in the family, but who cared? You know, it's all it is just luck.
Yeah.
There's no skill to it.
No skill.
Yeah. Do they still play like they used to? I mean, you can go to bingo parlors at the beach. You know.
Oh yeah, and when I'm in Florida, you see, bingo tonight. Yeah,
yeah.
Oh
really?
yeah,
That's cool.
There used to be more businesses around here. I don't see them. I used to see them around town.
Yeah, bingo. Playing.
Maybe I haven't been to the right part of Florida.
I remember last year this was nominated. I didn't know what they were then, and I don't think I pronounced it correctly. It's Breyer horses or Breyer horses. Breyer horses. And I don't know what that is.
I would assume they're little horse figurines.
A lot of people called on them last year, and I remember, and maybe that's exactly right. They were nominated last year, did not make the cut. So I can't stick to it. Breyer, Breyer horses are what they are, and I've never either. If they may be the little horse figurines. Other than that, I don't know.
I think we had some in our house. But you can't move them. They're like immobile.
They're solid.
Yeah, I know what they're.
I mean, occasionally, like one of the legs would move, but they're just we're looking at.
Stand-up horses.
Yeah, they're
that's
just
right.
for looking at.
It's an awful toy. Although we had a few, and we would
You
would
play with them,
move them around.
You know.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Breyer horses have been nominated for the Toy Hall of Fame. Lite Brite, LITE-BRITE.
That's a return, yeah?
Yep, I think that's been nominated before. I'm not sure of last year.
Yeah.
And then the other one
had a great jingle. Great.
Lite Brite.
Making things with light. Out of sight.
Light.
Making things with Lite Brite.
Out of sight.
Pretty good toy.
Yeah.
Because you can...
It was electric for one thing.
Yeah, it really...
It wouldn't kill you.
That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't know what this was last year and had to be schooled on it. The Settlers of Catan. C-A-T-A-N is what it's called. C-A-T-A-N. I don't know if that's a game.
Computer, yeah.
Computer game? I don't know it. I'm unfamiliar
Sounds
with it.
like an Oregon Trail kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. The Settlers of Catan, Catan. I remember people called on this last year.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But I did not play with the toy, and my kids did not play with the toy. Claudia, you're talking about Breyer horses. Go ahead.
Yeah, so they are model horses, and I've collected them since I was 12, and I have a room with several hundred in my house.
No kidding. Is there one that's your favorite?
Yes, there's one from the 50s, because I collect the vintage ones too,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a draft horse that's a dapple gray. I think he's beautiful.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. And do you think they should be in the Toy Hall of Fame? Clearly so.
Absolutely. And I mean, I played with them when I was younger. I don't now, but they're beautiful. You learn about horse breeds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there are conventions,
Yeah.
There's a Breyer horse convention every year.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know that.
It's fun.
And you say, and earlier I was saying, well, they don't really do anything, but you did. You take them and put them places.
How big were they?
They're, I'd say my tallest ones are about 12 inches.
Yeah.
They have different sizes. There's 4 different sizes. They go all the way down to a couple of inches.
Mm-hmm.
But I can email you some pictures when I get to my computer.
All right. I'd love to see that one, the gray one that you're talking about.
Yeah,
That'd be
special
good.
horse.
Now, are they worth a lot of money? Would you ever consider selling?
Yeah, eventually I will. The vintage ones, of course, are worth more. He's probably worth $300 or $400. But the newer ones, of course, they have to get more rare.
Right.
But I don't really do it for the resale. I just have to look at them. I've got them in breeds together with breeds, and I make little, I know it sounds silly, but it's fun.
Not silly to me. It sounds like a nice hobby to me. Mm-hmm. Good for you. Like collecting baseball cards.
And
they
were she's right. Some of them were beautiful.
Absolutely. That's starting to get my vote. Thank you, Claudia. And coming into that, I mean, people are into that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Settlers of Catan is also sometimes known as simply Settlers. Mm-hmm. Invented in 1995, so
I don't know.
I think none of us have played it. It's a multiplayer board game, first published in Germany by Frank Kosmos Verlag.
Okay.
You attempt to build and develop holdings while trading and acquiring resources. Kind of Monopoly-esque, maybe?
You know what? We have it. I've played it one time. We have that game.
Really?
And it was really fun. It's a lot. You have to really think a lot. But I know that game. And my wife, once in a while, she'll go to the toy store and say, what's a good game, like if family's coming in for holidays. And one of them was Settlers of Catan, and we've played it 2 or 3 times. My kids don't like it, but it's more of I think it's more of an adult game, because what you're saying, you're trying to build colonies and stuff, and it is fun. It's a good game.
Looks like it's sold close to 32 million copies since 1995.
It's an impressive thing. I think you'd really like it, Dave. It takes a lot of planning and cunning, and you make a plan. It's kind of like Risk. You make a plan, try to build something.
Never heard of it.
It's a good game. Next on the list, these are nominees for this year's Toy Hall of Fame. Nerf toys. It just says Nerf toys. Yeah,
definitely for me. That's number one with a bullet right now.
Nerf ball is hours of entertainment.
Changed the game.
And now they have the Nerf guns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I was a kid, Nerf stuff was everything. One of my best Christmases was I got the Nerf bow and arrow.
Oh, really?
Yes. Like, seriously. Like, it was.
You shoot your eye out?
You loved it.
No, it was Nerf arrows.
Can't do it, yeah.
And I remember my dad used to turn off all the lights in the house, and my sister and I thought it was fun because he would hunt us down with the Nerf bow and arrow. And we were never. We would get. For him, it was weird. Shooting us in the head with arrows, but for us, we're like, do it again.
Love it.
Yeah, it was great memories with the Nerf.
That's awesome. Next on the list, nominees for the Toy Hall of Fame, the Piñata. The Piñata. That's the one that I think is close to sand because you can make it or you can buy it, but you just beat it, and then get the candy out of it.
Yeah.
I love that from Hispanic cultures.
Isn't that nice that you said that?
I think it's terrific. I've always been a fan
It's
of
just more of a vessel
piñata.
than it is a game to me.
It just holds candy.
Yeah.
But you do beat it.
Yeah, you beat it.
We went to one of our nephews has a 4-year-old son, and he just had a birthday. And so we were there maybe a month and a half ago, and they decided to have a piñata, and all the kids were excited for the piñata. But shocker, 4-year-olds do not have the upper body strength.
Can't do it.
No, you got to beat the
It
hell out
took
of it.
forever.
First time we did it
to
was
crack that piñata.
we did it in kindergarten, and we couldn't. But eventually, they just threw it on the ground and broke it up.
You have to.
Because you
Yeah,
can't.
the grown-ups have to step in.
That's right, always, because we could not break it up. Even when people hit it, we couldn't break it up.
I guess there are people who have the stories of it working right.
Yeah,
I've never heard of 'em.
It needs to be of something that's easier to break open for little kids. Phase 10. I'm unfamiliar.
Is it a card game?
Biggie.
He didn't
I
do
don't
any
know.
good
I've
research.
heard of it.
I did not research these games.
Is that like Uno or something, or am I wrong?
Phase 10. I don't know. I did not
Card
research.
game created in 1982. It's a variant of Rummy.
Oh, really? With regular cards?
No, it's a special
No.
card.
Special
I
deck?
thought that was like a Uno
Yeah.
type game.
Must be.
Yeah, it has Uno colors in it.
Uno's in, by the way, the Hall of Fame. That's a good.
Oh, yeah, I'm
we
sure.
play that. That's a good game.
It's like each card has just a number. Like it goes 1 through 10, and then there's 11 and 12.
Okay. We don't know it. Pound puppies.
Yeah, I mean
Those
they have
were
their
huge
place.
when I was a kid.
Fine product. Yep. I did never play with them, but
Those weren't the things that went in the backs of cars. Those were
Those are Beanie Babies.
pound.
No, I think you saw pound puppies in cars
I do
too.
too.
Did you?
Yeah.
And that's
Is
the
it gonna
thing.
be worth something
You-
someday?
Yes, but you adopt those. You get adoption papers with them, and you take care of your pound puppy. And
Yep.
that's a smart idea. I probably followed up the Cabbage Patch Kid. I imagine
I think it was
Created
the
by
same.
Tonka
same
Company.
around time. Okay, the pound puppy is pretty good. The next item that is possibly going into the Toy Hall of Fame: Racco. RACK-O. I'm unfamiliar with this game or toy. I do not know the toy.
the pattern continues.
I'm starting to age out of these toys.
Well, no, I mean some of these you should know. We should know, but we don't know.
Racco. Do you know it, Biggie? Unfamiliar. We're all unfamiliar with this game or toy. What is it?
It's a deck consisting of 60 cards, each containing a number from 1 to 60. Your object is to obtain 10 in a row.
Okay. Well, see, now I'm interested. Now I'm going to Racco and the other one, Phase 10. That might be something fun for me and the kids or the wife to play.
Yeah.
And, a card
It's
game.
like something you discard and then you can go get the card.
Sounds like it, yeah. Although my wife and I play Spite and Malice. Not a card game. That's just our
No,
life.
that's
Yeah. That's just every day.
That's every day kind of
Yeah,
going.
we play
coming
all
up
the time.
from-
I think
All
it
the
was
time.
from your.
Yeah.
You took that from your vows, right?
We did.
Yeah.
Spite and Malice.
Love, honor, spite, malice.
The Spirograph. The Spirograph. That's pretty good. I like that. I mean, I used to have one. We played with it. You can make all sorts of drawings with it, of course.
Yeah, I'd have paper and pen.
Mm-hmm. And finally, the top. The spinning top. Yes.
What?
The most basic of toys
How's that not in there yet?
on this list. You'd think it would have been an inductee originally.
Did I
wouldn't you?
miss one? I have 11.
Let's see here.
11.
3, 4,
Yeah, I have 11.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's all I have here.
My God.
That's all I have here. I'm sorry. Perhaps.
That's fine.
There are only 11.
I thought I'd missed one.
That must be only 11 nominees
All
this
right.
year. Bingo, Briar Horses, Light Brite, Settlers of Catan, Masters of the Universe. Excuse me. Masters of the
my
Universe.
God.
Skipped it.
The dolls?
Is that He-Man?
That's He-Man. You left that off?
Yes.
You buried the lead.
That was the toy of the 80s.
Masters of the Universe is another nominee. I apologize. Yes, I left that off. Apologies. Well, what are your thoughts on all of these?
Ooh.
I got my 3.
Nerf, I know for you.
Nerf's going in. Masters of the Universe to me. Those two are, to me, those are automatic ins.
Yep. All right.
And then I'm sure they're going to go old school.
The top.
I was thinking the top would probably be in. Not my choice. I'd put Lite Brite in. That's just me.
Oh, really? Over
the top. But
I think the top will go
I
in.
think the top, Masters of the Universe, and
Well, Nerf.
Nerf.
I'm with you on Nerf. Chris Tim.
Nerf all day.
Yep.
I don't think there's any
Yep.
respectable Hall of Fame that cannot have Nerf.
Agreed.
I'm old enough to remember when Nerf balls were simply Nerf balls.
I agree. Yeah.
Then they came up with the hoop. And then, I mean, I can't tell
Phenomenal.
you how many doors we broke
Yes.
playing Nerf basketball in
I
the house.
love Nerf basketball.
And then Nerf football changed
Oh, my God.
Everything.
after school
Nerf
games
football is
forever.
all of it.
Changed tailgating forever.
It's wonderful. It's,
And it had to have the brand. It couldn't be poof.
I tried Poof.
It doesn't
wasn't
give you a
as-
good
wasn't as-
spiral.
Wasn't as good.
No
No,
spiral.
it doesn't feel the same in your hand.
My father bought Poof.
That's cheaper.
Yeah, and Nerf was a much better
Oh, yeah.
product.
So
More
Nerf,
expensive.
Nerf all day.
David. Oh, I'm sorry. There's one more. You said Nerf.
Well, I have, and my 3 votes would go to Lite Brite.
Yep.
And the Spirograph.
Oh, over the top. Yeah. The Spirograph. Well, I used to play with the top.
Dreidel.
Yeah, but I mean, after you top it, I was the same. And I guess you do your age with this stuff, but some of these are. I mean, the Phase 10, what this is. But Nerf is number 1. Lite Brite, just because it's electrical.
Yep.
Then it goes back so far. But then I was kind of tossed between the top and Spirograph. The top should probably be in, but you hate wasting a vote for the top.
Yep.
So I'm going to go Spirograph.
Okay, there it is. Okay, well I would put top over Spirograph.
But I'm not a Masters of the Universe. I was a teenager.
Yeah, I'm not either.
That was not.
Yeah, He-Man was funny, but
that was too young for you guys. But I mean, for my age group, that's
you love it.
The one.
Masters and Battle Cat.
I wouldn't have a problem with Master, even though I don't know it. And as a nod to our Hispanic friends, I would put the pinata very.
It's not a toy.
I don't think it's a toy.
I just say for.
I mean, it doesn't pass time. You can't play it over and over.
It's no, you can't. It's just one thing, the pinata. That's right. But if sand is going in, and it did, then I would certainly put the top. But
I'm surprised there's not something more natural on here, like a tree.
I know.
Yeah, or rope swing.
Yeah,
tree may be in.
A swing set in?
May be.
Swing set probably is in. I'll have to look and see what.
He did not do a lot of prep.
None.
No.
Almost. I saw the nominees. I said, we're doing this.
You said 12. We got 11.
That's every.
We got Masters back on
I got
there.
Masters of the Universe in. Quick call from Heroin Scott about Masters of the Universe. Go ahead, Heroin Scott.
Yeah, when I was about 8, 9 years old, me and we moved around a lot, and we had taken my toys, and they were a bunch of Master Universe, the castles, the rides, the characters, and everything, and put them in my piece of crap grandpa's building. Well, 6 months, a year later, something like that, he threw everything away. Everything. Every piece of Masters of the Universe equipment I had was gone. And it just... There's no telling what it'd be worth today.
Well, it's devastating. Yeah. It's devastating that he did that. Oh, I hate that for you.
I can't be sure if he meant his grandpa's building was a piece of crap,
or he
himself, the grandpa.
My
piece of crap grandpa's building. You see what?
Yeah,
sometimes it's the
it's language. It's nuance.
It could have been
both. You don't know. It's
Where's the modifiers? Is it dangling?
Inflection. Yeah.
It's called usage.
I hope Heroin Scott wasn't in charge of his headstone. What would you like on the headstone? Piece of crap.
Piece of crap.
He-Man Skeletor too, right?
Yeah,
Skeletor.
Battle Cat.
Every bit of it.
There is a terrible but great 80s movie.
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe.
He-Man Masters of the Universe.
Which has Dolph, I believe in Dolph. I think Dolph.
They made it live action.
Yeah,
he
did.
plays He-Man.
I remember it.
I haven't seen it. Man, I want to look that up. I haven't seen it forever.
Get smoked up, watch it. Woo!
Yeah. I'm going to do more research when it actually goes into the whole. And next year, I vow to do more research when the nominees are out. I'll remind myself of that a year from now.
Did He-Man have a girlfriend?
Well, who is She-Ra?
She was just kind of his
brother, sister.
That was his side piece?
Yeah, I don't know if it was side piece. I think it was more just his.
That's my side piece. That's my side piece.
In toys, you didn't have a lot of hooking up.
Dave.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah, Dave was the creepy guy at the meeting.
Gonna hook these two up.
Hey, so who He-Man gonna bang, huh?